Hi. Okay, so this is the 5.2. Please watch 5.1 but before you do this, in case you missed that lesson. All right, so the warm up is, can you identify these? Like I taught you in the last video how to do that. And you got to be able to identify if this is ASA, SSS, SSA, or SSS, AAS, or HL in order to do what today is, because we're going to use these as postulates and proofs. Yeah, we're going to do proofs today. All right, so should be able to do that. Now there's one, so these are all possible postulates. And there's one more acronym that we need to teach you, and that's called CPCTC, which stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Basically, in short, that means if you're told two triangles are congruent, then they also have congruent sides and angles. So if I tell you the whole thing is congruent, that means the parts inside are also congruent. That's what this means. And this is a possible. It's very often kind of the last. If you like, all right, if the proof is making you solve that like some angle or some side inside of triangles are congruent, most likely the last step of the proof would be the CPCTC. It would be. Yeah, it would be. So I'm gonna do a couple of these. All right, so I'm going to show you the proof for number one. All right, given. So segment AM is congruent to KM. So AM is this one, KM is that one. If this was on paper, I would like put little dashes here just to kind of identify that. All right, SM bisects AMK. AMK is this. And what that means is that, I don't know, I can't do an angle symbol in Desmos. So that means angle 1 is congruent. Okay, that's congruent to angle 2. And so that would be on the left side of the proof thing, and then the reason would be definition of a bisector. Okay, the next thing I would write, it would be segment MS. I mean, so there should be a segment symbol above that. I can't do that in Desmos. It is congruent to segment MS, which is the reflexive property. All right, so what am I saying? This means this side is that side, these sides are the same thing. There's an angle in the middle. So what that means is triangle. I would write I'd draw a triangle symbol. Sorry, I can't, again, not really do that in Desmos. Triangle AMS is congruent to triangle KMS. Okay? And the reason for that would be side, angle, side. Because the sides are congruent, the angles are congruent, and the side is congruent. All right, now that I have identified that these two triangles are congruent to each other, I'm really now allowed to basically tell you that, well, I can prove this. So now I'd actually write what I'm proving. Angle A, sorry, I can't make the angle symbol, congruent, also can make congruence in Desmos for some dumb reason, is congruent to angle K. Now the reason would be the CPCTC, because since in the previous line I'm saying those two triangles are congruent, therefore the other parts of the triangle I haven't identified yet, which are angles A and angle K, are also congruent because the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. That's just what that is. Okay. So this is kind of the same thing. Number two, I'd already tried number two. All right, so I'll do, which one should I do? Okay, I'm gonna do like 3 and then ask you to try the rest. Or what should I do? Let's do a hard one. Okay, so I'm gonna do 6. I'll do 6. All right. WO is congruent to ZO. So sorry, ZO is this one. So I put a little dash here, saying they're congruent. So that's given. XO is congruent to YO. So XO and YO. Okay, so that's my givens. And so the next thing I would do is, because this picture shows me vertical angles, this middle part is vertical angles. So that'd be like angle WX is congruent to angle ZOY. Okay, so that's WOX, with the O being the vertice and ZOY being the vertice. And the reason for that is vertical angles. All right, now that I have the givens give me this, I have that. I now have enough information to basically say that I can write the proof being WOX or triangle. I would actually draw a triangle is congruent to triangle ZOY, and the reason being SAS, because it tells me those two sides are congruent and the angle in between them is also congruent. And that would be the answer for that. All right, that's basically how you do, I mean, yeah, the ones with midpoint, I should do a midpoint one. Yeah, I'll do one of the midpoint ones. Let's see. Yeah, I'll do 4. Okay, so O is midpoint of RS and ST. So what that does is that creates congruent segments. That makes RO equal to OV, and that's def of midpoint. Okay, because the midpoint makes splits RV into equal halves. SO is congruent to OT, and that is def of midpoint also. And so congruent, and then again we have vertical angles. We do so it'd be like ROS, or angle ROS is congruent to TOB, and that'd be vertical angles. And again, that is enough information to say triangle ROS is congruent to triangle VOT, and that is again SAS. So what I'm writing here is not how you should write it, because again, I can't make the congruent symbols, I can't make the angle symbol, I can't make the triangle symbol in Desmos. I'm just verbally saying it. Okay, so if all right, so that's how you do this. I hope this is helpful. Have a good day.